can't pay for all your roads, so you're asking us motorists to. That seems a little disingenuous considering all those pre-election promises, doesn't it?
We're keeping our commitments. We committed that you would pay no extra fuel tax this.
There's the talking point. I must come on the television and make sure we let people know that there's no fuel tax. That's what we promised. So we are on target. What about all those other things you just added in yesterday? There will be no more fuel tax. We will have none of them. What about the road user charges for petrol cars? There will be no fuel tax increases in the first term. Just sticks. And this is what we were saying about Seymour. That's the message that she wants her followers, National Party supporters, to be putting on their I'm going to say Facebook because they're all old, Facebook pages today to shoot down their Gen Z grandchildren who are saying what's wrong with these idiots. So just watch that come out time and time and time again. That's the message.
Term, and we are keeping that commitment. No fuel taxes under our government. We're also keeping our commitment to remove the Auckland regional fuel tax, and we're keeping our commitment to reduce personal income taxes. But you're right, we have made a decision to increase those vehicle registration fees. They'll go up $25 from 1 January next year, and then another $25 the year after that. And I get it, no one wants an increase in any fee, but this will help. Like,
honestly, most disingenuous, but I get it. I'm one of you. I know. I know.
And I get it. No one wants.
Sorry, Bomby, jump in.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because we've seen time and time again since this government came in, when they came in and said, the $250 a fortnight tax cut, when they knew full well it was only for a tiny percentage. When they came out and said, they've come out and said, we're not going to do any new charge, then they do this. You see them saying one thing, but they're actually meaning something else. And we saw that with the Principles Referendum Bill, the very careful language that doesn't really actually answer what we're saying. And you've got to sit down and listen to them repeatedly because they're trying to trick you. This whole interview she's doing is just trying to trick you into thinking that, we said this, but actually we meant this now. And you get this with this government all the time now.
I get it. Sorry, I was just mirroring her. I get it. And I'm apologising to some people right now. Mr. Anderson just says, got to go on mute. I can't listen to Willis. Sorry, dude. We'll see you back shortly. But I'll just give her fair dues as well to know that she's just one of us. She's one of the people. She gets it as she sits there on about 450,000 per annum. Remember, when she was on 250,000, she couldn't take her kids to the cinemas on a Friday night. But with the tax cuts, she would now. I get it, people. I get how hard it is.
$5 the year after that. And I get it. No one wants an increase in any fee. But this will help contribute to a massive focus on getting rid of potholes, maintaining our roads better, and getting some really significant new national roads built. And that's a contribution that motorists can make and be confident that we're going to provide them really good value for that investment.
Okay, this is worse than a fuel tax though, isn't it? Because you are hitting all motorists once every year. It's not a one-off charge. It is every single year that they register their motor vehicle. And it doesn't matter if they use their car once or if they use it 15 times, everybody's going to be hit by this fee. If it was a fuel tax, at least you'd be user pays.
Which you would think a right-wing government would lean towards, possibly.
The thing with a fuel tax is it's more painful because most of us need to fill up every couple of weeks. So it stings you every time you fill up. This fee will be charged once each year. And look, it does need to be seen in the context of no increases to fuel tax over these next 3 years, of no Auckland regional fuel tax and lower taxes. And we're going to make sure that that money is going into good things. No New Zealander wants to be driving on state highways full of potholes. No New Zealander wants to be sitting in congestion forever with roads that aren't ready for the future. And New Zealanders want to see good investment in public transport infrastructure and highways that will enable more housing growth. That's what our government's going to get on and do, and this fee will help contribute to that.
There you go. There's part one, Bomber. Feel free, sir.
Okay, so what's really going on here is we're seeing this government, and something I brought up during the election because I kept seeing these policy statements that didn't seem to make a hell of a lot of sense to me. What we're seeing here is a user pays privatization of our roads, right? It's where they're forcing poor people off the roads. They will force poor people off the roads with the new congestion charges that they're looking to put in. And also, if you look at, here's an astounding set of numbers that I was looking at. 68% of road deaths are on rural roads. 77% of roads go through rural areas. In Northland, 3 out of 4 road deaths were in rural areas. Road crashes, and this is the number that just blew me away. In 2021, it was $9.77 billion that road crashes cost us. That is, just to put that in perspective, that number, 4% of GDP.
Wow.
4% of GDP lost every single year from road deaths, from road safety issues. And I just think that we need to be thinking and rethinking the philosophy of our roads. Because what's going on right now is it's being privatized for rich people to force poor people off the roads. The thing that annoys me and just frustrates me so much about what she was saying there is, we want to do more for public transport. What they just passed, what they've just is going to be cutting public transport infrastructure, right? They're doing that while they are putting the fares up. So one way you could make our roading system more equitable is to have free public transport and more investment. Look, if you're a tradie and you're someone who has to use the roads for work, how frustrating being stuck in traffic must be for you. The way that we make those roads easier to move around so that tradies and people who need to move around and can do their business is you need to have a fully funded public transport system to get those people out of cars so that the tradies can use the roads easier, right? That way we all make the like a symbiotic relationship, and we make that roading system something universal, and we see it as a common good. What National are doing is they're just going, no, we're going to privatize the roads, force poor people off it, cut the public transport, and charge everyone large amounts. And they don't mind because rich people could afford these costs and they have no problems if it means they're going to be able to get from A to B quicker. Poor people who can't afford it, screw you. And that's what this is. It's a road privatization and user pays culture that they're trying to bring to our roading, which is going to lock out a lot of poor people. And remember, when she said, we don't have the money, you're finding $1 billion each year for your rich tax mates, you know? So don't tell us you don't have the money. You do. This is a political decision.